The transfer window has shut, and given the poor transfer window we've had and the opening result against Aston Villa, I didn't see this coming. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Stadium in Swansea. And if you are a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, watch, like and comment and help us to grow and help us to support all that good stuff that you can see scrolling up above. And if you have been following along, you'll know we had a really bad opening game against Aston Villa, but things have changed. We are now in 8th. We have 9 points from 5 games, and we have a Burnley game coming up, which we should win. So we should be on 12 points at the end of this session today. In terms of the transfer market, again, the transfer market continued to be absolutely appalling. I still couldn't sell the players in the last 2 weeks of the window, and so I did actually get given a gift of Diego Rico from Real San Sebastian B. He came in for £575,000. We had a million left and we spent it. He's a pretty decent fullback, and one of the reasons I bought him in is that he can cross the ball, and it's very difficult to find players who can cross, and as we hit early crosses, I thought that would be kind of cool. He's a very strong player and he's got good mentals, and he's made a fairly decent start with since he's come in. 2 scores over 7 with an average rating of 7.6. It's a fairly decent start. That allowed us to let Brooklyn Leon's Foster go out on loan. He's not getting enough game time. He can be, or could be, a very good player, I think, and so we need to let him go out on loan so that he can get a lot more game time. And hopefully once he's had a season away, he might be ready to step up into the first team. So a little bit of news, but not really what I wanted to do. I had 3 quality players, a central defender, a striker and a midfielder, all lined up. But since I couldn't sell anybody, then unfortunately we couldn't do any more than we've done. We lost against Aston Villa, as you know, in the first episode, the first game of the season, but we followed that up with a very nice 1-0 win over Watford in the Carabao Cup, and then came Leicester. And Leicester originally took the game to us, but we managed to hold firm and keep them out. And they came and came and came at us. We were defending resolutely for the first time, and they kind of like couldn't convert their chances. They had numerous chances early on, but eventually we broke, and Delap was fed in and he fired it into the top corner, and that made it 1-0 to Swansea, and we were on the way. And we started to come more into the game, but Leicester still threatened, but we still defended resolutely, but they were irresponsible in front of goal and should have scored on a number of occasions. So into the second half, we're still 1-0 up, obviously very tense, and Delap broke free again, and a good tackle inside the box, but straight into the path of Pirro, who made it 2-0, and we were on the way. And that was a relief to be 2-0 up at that point. This was a shock result. Magyar then fed in Downs. Downs had a great chance, but it was a great save from Schmeichel. It was a very good game to watch. Both sides threatening, but we were, for a change, much more clinical than the opposition. Mendy then broke down the left, crossed it into the box, and Delap turned in Courtney House's assist, and that made it 3-0. We still had chances at the end as Leicester tired, and Delap had another great chance, and his chip hit the top of the crossbar and went over the bar. And so we had started to win some matches. And then followed a game against Brighton. It was a very, very tight game. Again, both teams created a few good chances, but we starting again to defend resolutely. We are a tidy defending team, and we kept them out. And then finally, Grimes fed it to Pirro. Pirro back to Grimes. And Grimes had a great chance, but it was a great save by Sanchez. We were now looking like we were back in the game. And in the 77th minute, Delap fed in Pirro, and Pirro chipped the goalkeeper delightfully to make it 1-0. And that was the final result, a 1-0 win. Against Manchester City, we gave them a fright. I was expecting to be beaten soundly in this game, but we gave them a fright when Pirro burst through and put us 1-0 up on 5 minutes. And Manchester City then knocked on the door. They knocked and knocked and knocked on the door, and eventually they did equalise, and very easily too, as Correa managed to find the bottom corner. But we held out, kept going, kept defending resolutely until the 78th minute. Just after they had missed a penalty, Fisher made a great save, but Foden was just in the right place at the right time as the ball ricocheted around, and Manchester City had beaten us by 2-1. Still a very creditable performance. Against Blackpool in the third round of the Carabao Cup, we went on to win again, playing my reserve team because Arsenal was coming up a couple of days later, and we beat Blackpool by 3-0 with the reserve team. And then Arsenal, so far the best result of the season. Once again, Arsenal came at us very, very strong early on. Again, we were defending really well, and it looks like Courtney House and Williams at centre-back have settled in very nicely together. Delap fed Pirro, who fed it back to Delap, and Delap had a great chance and hit the post from distance, and we started now to come back into this game. Then Rico, the new signing, fired in a corner, and in a scramble in the box, Magyar found Nietzschem, who buried it into the net, and it was 1-0. We found ourselves 1-0 up after half an hour, and that was followed by a sharp interception, good play in midfield, and Pirro was in, and Pirro once again with that trademark delicate little chip that he has, and he made it 2-0. We tried to shut the shop then, and we did allow Arsenal to come at us, but I was confident that we could hold them out. They did create chances, and they didn't take them. And it continued that way in the second half. And although we did create chances ourselves, some very good chances, Delap really was wayward with that. That was a good chance. Arsenal came at us, and then eventually they broke through, but again, resolute defending, and kept them out. They did create an awful lot of opportunities. And then just in the 93rd minute, Arsenal did pull one back when Rodriguez fed in Martinez, who scored off the post. But it was too late, and we had beaten Arsenal by 2-1. And so now against Burnley, if we actually beat Burnley, we could end up in the top 4 at the end of this weekend. And that would be something quite sensational for us. Given that I'd pretty much written off my team, I'd written off my job, and things were not looking very good at all. Suddenly, we are in a very, very strong position. And we are really looking forward to this game, and we are going to go out and attack Burnley, and they are sitting very much at the bottom, and so we are going, and we're going to play attacking football there. And in goal it's Fisher, Vojeda, Williams, House and Manning at the back, Mendy, Downs, Nietzschem and Grimes in midfield, with Pirro and Delap up front. And Delap has certainly settled in. He's got the top average ratings for us at the moment, and Mendy seems to be performing a little bit better. than he started off. So things are looking a little bit better. And maybe I just need to have a little bit more confidence in this team. And not be so negative about them, because they are playing their hearts out at the moment. And Burnley have a free kick, and that is intercepted. Delap, and that's a through ball for Pirro, and Pirro could score, and Pirro has scored, and we are 1-0 up, and a delightful ball. I'm not quite sure who played that ball. I think it was Vojeda. Absolutely delightful ball. It fell to Delap. Delap fed it back to Vojeda, and that was a beautiful ball. And Pirro, he is in super form at the moment, and he has 4 goals in 5 games. He's absolutely super form at the moment. But Burnley are obviously down at the bottom of the table, and they are a very dangerous team. Teams at the bottom of the table are always dangerous, and we need to take them very seriously. We need to defend as well as we have been doing. And Grimes feeds it over the top, and Pirro is in. Pirro is in again. Can he score? And that whistles past the post, and we could have made it 2-0, and that worries me, because we do need to keep scoring. We can't not score. 1-0 is never going to be enough, but we are up to second place in the table. And we have a free kick in the corner, and that's played up to Vojeda. Vojeda, he finds Downs into Pirro to Nietzsche. He finds Grimes looking for Pirro. Pirro again, he's through. That was a wasted effort. It was too far out. He had no momentum and just passed it really to Pope. We are dominating the game. We are kind of got a little bit more possession than Burnley, and things are going very, very well. So do this for the fans. They want you to win. Let's go and give them a win. They turn up through thick and thin. So let's go out there and give them the result they want. And let's get to second place in the table, because results elsewhere are really going our way. We do know Manchester City and Arsenal, Manchester United, Newcastle, all have games in hand on us, but they have to win that game in hand. And currently, as time is running out, we are holding on nicely to this 1-0 lead, and think it's almost time to shut the shop. We'll do that just after this highlight, and we're just going to then close the shop down. But here comes Swansea again, but that's intercepted, and Weghorst picks it up. He finds Longstaff. And Burnley are playing it about, and here comes Weghorst, and Weghorst is actually in, and he's equalised. 1-0 is never enough. I was going to close the shop, actually, but now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go attacking. I'm not happy with a draw here. Another late equaliser, and I want to win this game. So I think what we'll do is we'll go a lot more attacking now. I'm not happy. So we're going to just change things up. We're going to go attacking. We're going to push the lines up. We're going to put pressure on them now. Let's see if we can't steal this in the last few minutes. Who knows? As Nietzsche feeds the ball over the top to Delap. Delap is absolutely exhausted, but somehow he finds a cross, and that's into the box. And that was another opportunity, and I guess it is going to finish as a 0-0 draw, but we're still playing it around. And here is Delap, and Delap is in, and Delap has scored. Delap has scored. What a decision to go attacking. What a play by Swansea. What a goal. What a player. Oh, what a result. And it just ping-ponged around, but good vision, Delap's pace. And he went round the goalkeeper and tapped it in, and I'm now going to shut up the shop. And that should be enough for me. Thank you very much. We'll take the win. We are going to be in second place if we can hold on. Time is ticking away, and we have beaten Burnley by 2-1. What a fabulous, fabulous result. And look at that. I couldn't have ever expected that after 6 games. We have 12 points. We are second in the table, There are a lot of teams who have games and can go on top. We could end up at 4th or 5th at the end of this weekend. What a fabulous, fabulous few games it's been. Enjoy it while it lasts. I don't think it's going to stay this way much more because things are going to change in terms of the schedule. We have West Brom coming up in the Cup, then Newcastle, Watford, Wolves. Could get points in those games, but then we have Tottenham, Liverpool, and then Brentford, and Manchester United will finish off October. And we're going to come back probably around the Brentford game and see where we are after the next 4 or 5 fixtures. And if we can keep this up, hey, we might even be top of the Premier League at that time. I need to have more faith in this fantastic group of players that have come up from the Championship. And that's it for this video. If you are new here, subscribe, watch, like, comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support all that good stuff. People in need that you can see scrolling above. And that's it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, do come again. And all that remains to be said is I'll see you for the Brentford game.